Yeah, it's all coming back to me now.
Well, all right, folks. Welcome back to another session of our Out of the Abyss. And I am your dungeon mister, and we are joined by the wonderful players that are here today. If you guys want to say hey, you absolutely can.
Hey.
Howdy there.
Hello.
And unfortunately, we are down Fungi's player, but fear not, Fungi will still be with us, along with the other two NPCs for now, until they die a horrible death too. But we're going to start the same way we start every session. A little bit of a recap of what happened last time before we get into what's happening this time. So without further ado, let's get into that. So, last time, after passing the hut on the Dark Lake, Rincewind made it known that he needed to go back. He said there may be a chance that one of his people could be in that hut. Heading back on your rafts, you snuck back into the cavern, seeing it nearly deserted, at least on the outside, just as you had left it, save for 3 large catfish swimming about the darkened waters. Fungi, looking about, saw a way underneath the hut, swam in, sneakily, seeing all he could from beneath the surface. The rest of you kind of waiting out on the porch and dock, you opted to go ahead and knock, and, well, being welcomed in, the door flipped open by a monstrous-looking fish woman, Nanny Plunk. She was curious about your reasonings for being here, also noting that there was a large cage in here. Some of you also saw that there was a little body crumpled under some rags within it, but you did even tell Nanny Plunk that her sister, Maven Delve, wanted her dead, and specifically from drowning. Well, that part you didn't try to tell her, but she heard. As we all know how these things go, you guys talked for some time, and she simply insisted she could help you if you wish, but couldn't, well, at least in your minds, give her a good enough reason to not kill her. Aside from murder's bad. And also insisting that if you didn't, you might not reach Gracklestug, most likely. Nope. The conversation ended up growing a little stale, and as it did, Fungi, still in the water at the time, turned into a crocodile and tried to sneak closer, but got her attention as well as the fish within. Turned out to be fish people, not actually just fish. The catfish were fish folk with monstrous fish qualities. She immediately called out for her fish friends to destroy this unwelcome guest, as they didn't knock as kindly as the rest of you did. You all took that personally, attacking her in return. Her form changed into something even more monstrous and dripping, causing great fear throughout. And through a tough fight, you ended up killing her, as she exploded in fish guts around the area. And unfortunately, not drowned. But you turned your attention to some things about the area, most notably a cage. Opening it up revealed a Githzerai, much like Rincewind. Something was off. He begged you to keep the cage door closed, but it was, well, nearly too late. His mouth split apart kind of into 3 different separate areas as the screech came from within him, stunning a handful of you, besides Fungi and Dusk. And we needn't necessarily be in combat at the moment, as rolled poorly on the initiative. Dusk and Fungi are not stunned in the moment. They can their instinct was to shut the door back, and as you do, kind of latch it shut, this creature snarling and clawing at the cage, seemingly just drooling, and just this blood and spit and saliva just dripping from its wide open mouth as it kind of peels back to the face form that it had previously, and doesn't calm down, just stares intently at both Dusk and Fungi. Rincewind, you do definitely recognize this individual, but you are stunned for just a brief moment, 6 seconds, as well as Weller and Casnus, who are just this piercing scream makes you reach for your ears as you look over and see this creature has fish Piscine qualities to it as well, similar to the others, but more invasive. Was once a Githzerai, is no more. Noticing the cage is shut, rears back and kind of huddles back into the corner of the cage.
Oh. All right. Can I move yet?
Yeah, it's a total of 6 seconds. Came and went quickly as Dusk and Fungi quickly close the cage and latch it, and probably step back for a moment to not get attacked, just in case.
Okay. I'll step all the way over and come right up to the cage, I guess, and peer in and to see if there's any kind of has the for lack of a better term, were fishery fully on him, or does he appear to be back to looking more like me?
Are you talking about from like a mental state, or are you talking about from like physical?
Physical.
Give me a nature check, or medicine.
Okay.
That does sound more like a medicine. Give me a medicine.
Oops.
All right, with an 18. His body is ruined. You could say for certain, he is not going to be the same as he ever was. You would notice his eyes having that double kind of eyelid as he blinks for a moment, bloodshot red. Skin, as his mouth closes, his skin kind of flaps over each other to kind of hide the second opening. But it looks pretty permanent.
Oh, brother, are you in there? Can you hear me?
Kind of glances up for a moment. What do you mean? Of course I can hear you.
What happened? We fell and you were gone. What happened?
I thought you for dead, and well, chased the demon down. Some strange magic. Got lost in the waters. Thought I drowned. I swear I did. Then I something was calling me. I found myself here with Nanny Plunk. She said she was going to take care of me in my ailment. Cages for her safety and mine.
So, what are we gonna do about this?
I won't. I did kind of want to kill her myself. An abomination. She delves with magics not of this world. Feels like magics, strange magics are seeped all over this place. Chaos, but not any that can be contained. As you can see, myself has been transformed. Flesh comes within an inch of me. I will devour it. And he kind of stops himself from saying more. Looks downward towards the cage.
We're too far from home.
They couldn't do anything. Might as well have been Cereomorphous. Although, luckily, not that.
I can't leave you in this cage. I can't take you home. um, I don't think I can do it though.
You guys would see this person seem a little calmer, if just for this moment of talking.
We found your earrings at the bend. When we asked Nanny about them, she said they were little more than trash. That led me to attack. So I can't get you home. Not like this.
She said she was going to cure me. Fix me.
Well, did she say how? There are, as far as I know, 2 other sisters in this. Call it a coven, I guess. Maybe one of them can do something.
That
Although
would make sense. I wouldn't. It was tempting. I should not have faltered. Should have tried to find the balance within myself. Seems you have company at least.
Well, yeah. It's strange bedfellows for sure. But our aim is to escape the Underdark. But you know what we have to do. I have to report back what we found.
Of course, that's the whole point. Nanny Plunk did mention a couple of strange incidents that sound like not quite portals, but incursions. That needs to be known.
Gonna need your eye.
Kind of attempts to smile as his, one of his lip jaw kind of falls down. A little bit of blood drips from it.
They're gonna have to know what happened here.
I know. Just glad it wasn't you. Glad one of us will get out of this.
I wish it was you.
And perhaps I will find peace here. Alone. And it'll kind of like... his fingers kind of turn into two tentacles that reach behind his eyeball. As you see a little plunk, we'll say. As it pops out. And he just kind of tosses it to the edge of the cage. Seeming like he's afraid to get close.
I'll cast Mage Hand and pluck it up. Pull it into my hand. And I'll hold it up and look into it as if I'm looking into somebody's eye. And then for now, I'm going to pocket it. But I'll turn to him and say, if we never see each other again, I'll make sure they never forget you. And
What's
I'm going
everywhere?
to
He'll just kind of
slowly
like...
walk away.
Okay. He'll kind of mumble to himself. Dusk and Fungi would hear, what's everywhere, never be forgotten.
And just, trying to cope. So I'm going to back away just a little bit.
That's underwater where you're walking.
Oh, is it? Oh, am I off the plank?
Yep.
Oh, there. Oops. Sorry. I'll stay right there. Yeah.
Fungi will say, I'm sorry, friend. We can't help you. He'll turn to everyone else. Guys, is there anything we can do?
There is something, but that's not our decision.
Okay.
Rincewind will walk over to the other side of Dusk eventually, and and just say, "Hey, I can't take his life. It kills me to see him like this, but I can't do it." And
You are showing him no mercy by leaving him here.
I don't know
Fine.
that all the way. I mean, I mean, if at least he might have a purpose here, but I can't take him home. He can't continue our mission. And he can't be trusted to be left anywhere else but here. I mean, we might be unleashing something into the world that's terrible, but I can't do it.
By not doing it, you condemn him to solitude and possibly a slow death by starvation. Which way is more merciful? You're going to have to make that decision.
Would he do it for you?
Probably. But I wouldn't put that on him either. I'd do it myself first, frankly.
But is he capable of doing that himself now, as he is?
I don't know. He seems lucid. He seems...
Oh, he was not lucid.
Well,
My order often ponders matters of what is merciful and what is not. But only you can make this decision. If you wish to leave him, we leave him. If you wish to bring him to a merciful end, I at least know that I will assist with that.
mm,
I'll do whatever it takes to get us moving back towards Gracklestug. We've spent enough time here.
all right.
Can we look around to see if if presenting him with the option of doing it himself, is there anything around, being that this is a hag's, cave? Anything that might be poisonous or detrimental, anything like nightshade, anything that, might make it easier if he chose to do it himself?
Or a horrible looking knife instrument that she was using to hack things up.
Every board almost kind of resembles a tooth in here. There's definitely ways.
Would fungi be able to recognize any mushrooms that might be
One guy
poisonous?
would try. Fungi would know all of the lichen that's growing around here. It is highly toxic.
Well, perhaps Fungi and I can prepare something as a alternative. Would that be acceptable, Rincewind?
Yeah,
All right.
I think that might be the best way.
You guys are talking about this with out of earshot of him. I'm assuming.
Trying to.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah, whispered tones.
Nope, we're right up beside him.
Yeah, I mean he's huddled in the corner of the cage. He's not.
Here, eat this.
If we were to kill this guy,
It seems like he's trying to almost meditate in the moment.
So Fungi, if you will gather up enough of that lichen, I'll start seeing if I can use these these materials here to prepare something.
Okay. And he'll do his best to collect some stuff. Yeah, he just starts kind of neatly picking the ones that wouldn't be poisonous to touch and starts collecting some of the lichen. It will take a few minutes. But as you're kind of dealing with that, Hemeth will kind of poke his head in. Are we going soon? I don't mean to pry, but this place is cursed.
We got something to do first.
yeah, we're
It
finishing
should not
up.
take long.
As he had kind of finished, he's all wet. He just finished cleaning himself off from all the gore from Manny Plunk. Okay. I'm going
Ready the rafts, and we'll be out shortly.
to make some collections. Yes, of course. Quite agreeable. And I will need a herbalism kit check from Dusk. You're trying to make a poisonous brew to end someone's life. At least attempt to. Provided he's not immune.
Intelligence or wisdom?
I'd say your call. Wisdom would be the
I mean,
innate thought of it. Intelligence would be upon memory.
here we go.
Alright, with an 8, you make this paste utilizing the a little bit of the gore from the frog that's split open here to kind of assist with that. You feel like you make a paste for killing someone.
This'll do the trick.
I mean, not metagaming here,
Mhm.
but I do think because this is using lichen and stuff that I would not use on the surface,
Mhm.
I am going to ask Fungi to look at it.
Like, I don't know, buddy. I've never made something to kill someone before.
Well,
A little
this is
out of
about
my
as
depth
good as
for
I can
that.
do.
But you have died once, so
What? Oh no.
what? No?
What are you talking about? I've
I
always
don't
been a fun guy.
Anyway,
That's
I'll
a good joke, Rincewind. Or friend.
I'll absorb it. I'll put it in a container and walk over and hand it to Rincewind and say, I can't promise this will work because these plants are gross. But this may give him the option.
Okay. Um,
Do you wish to give it to him?
yes. So, I'll take the, I mean, is it like a balm? Gee.
It's like
Or,
a soup.
Okay. Sure. I'll, take the soup over. And, drop it in front of the cage and push it in.
Kind of looks
And,
over. What's that for?
this is another option. This will let you drift back to limbo on your own terms.
Only that were true. I don't think it'll come. Actually, give me a persuasion check.
Yay, with my negative. Here we go.
All right. Perhaps you are right. And we'll kind of grab the bowl, contemplating. Gazes down and looks up and around. Guess I finished this circle. And we'll open the next one. His mouth splits open as his jaw kind of unhinges and just slides down his gullet. And he leans back for a moment. And kind of goes into that contemplative meditation. What's that nutmeg?
I don't know.
There's some idea of a
I-
cruel joke. It goes even past me, Rincewind.
I got nothing here.
That's so much better than how I thought it was going to go. Very quickly had the realization as he ate it. I was like, oh god, what if this is like an agonizing death that we've just given him?
I mean, the night's still young. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm gonna kind of shrug over towards Dust, like, what do I tell this dude?
Dusk will shrug back.
It wasn't a liquid gel.
Seems
It has
this
a
is
delayed release.
another lesson to learn. Perhaps this circle isn't
Yeah.
finished.
Give him a knife.
Perhaps
Let's
not.
get going.
Yeah. Well, I don't have it. You do. I'm pretty sure.
Do I?
Have
Yep,
what?
a dagger. Or
You
the
can
plus
use
one
one
dagger.
of. You can use
Which
one of
dagger?
the horrible knives sitting around here.
Which dagger?
Didn't we get a plus one dagger from?
Casmus has a dagger. A drow
Yeah,
dagger.
and Catherine's got a trap
Oh,
dagger.
right. Yeah,
I get the
never
big
mind.
weapons.
Oh, I do have a dagger.
Like, what are you looking for a dagger for?
Well, the poison didn't work, and I thought you might want to try another option, but I mean, I don't know.
Was that supposed to be poison?
It was. I thought you were a little quicker on the uptake there, brother.
Well, it tasted nothing like it.
Oh,
Perhaps my
well.
constitution is better than I had anticipated.
Yeah. Looks that way.
Sorry you didn't like
The
it.
rest of the party's making their way to the door.
One guy would probably be at this point outside helping him
Yeah.
and Turvy.
Yeah. Look,
So,
cannot apologize enough. That did not go super well. But the fact remains is I don't feel like I can release you into this world as you are with any kind of conscience. And we certainly can't take you with us back and out of the Underdark. We're too far away. So
There's got to be an order to this. I can assure you I will find it.
well,
I will make peace with this.
all right. Well, good luck then. I'm gonna toss the dagger down so it's just maybe a little bit out of reach from the cage.
So if he
And
tries
I'm gonna
hard
walk
enough, he
out.
could get it.
Yeah, but he'd have to try pretty hard.
Princewind wants to torture him a little bit.
Yeah. I mean,
He gives
Let's
kind of
go.
a light laugh as you leave.
Oh, I was about to say Casper would close the door, but I think Dusk just did it.
Yep.
let's go.
Right. On the way back to Gragglestock, I guess.
Yes, finally. Although there are chairs here if we want to stay for a moment to get situated. Turgis, it's not a bad idea. We've
Yeah.
been going for a while.
Yeah,
We
I
don't need to
take a
do
little short-
a long time here, just maybe a little bit.
Take a short rest, look at the map, know exactly where we are, and how far we need to go. It's not a bad idea.
If you look down at the map, it actually looks like it has 3 different directions now. All going to Gracklestug.
You showed it to the others. Weren't there like one way going to Gragglestock? There's 3 now.
We didn't drown her.
Did any of them look the same as?
It looks like the
Before.
map is different. I would say no. They look different.
Great.
Well,
Emmett will say,
Any
just
ideas?
follow the heat. We'll get there. You'll know when we get to the cavern the Cracklestug is in. Couldn't miss it. I have a
Okay.
second sense about these things.
You sure about that? You guarantee that you can lead us to Gragglestug?
I guarantee that you'll regret a lot of things there, Devil Boy.
Let's go, Hamath.
Try to back up your words.
I'm telling you, my dude.
He just kind of spits
Cadmus,
on the
we
ground
need him in Gracklestug.
and walks away.
I don't think you understand the gravity of the situation of us walking in there without somebody that looks like them. So I need you to slow your roll a little bit here, buddy. All right, Hamath, hop on a raft. Let's go.
You want to take a breather first?
Well, yeah, sure.
I would like that
Should
very
take
much.
Yeah, it seems a few of us got a little dinged up back there.
Not as sturdy as I was before I slept last night. Strange. You would hear a little bit of a clinking in both Turvey and Hemeth's outfits. Like glass clinking together.
Hmm. Us will go on the edge of a raft and
Yeah.
just kind of rest and keep looking around.
I'll say you guys can easily get a short rest here. No issues necessary with that one. I roll for these guys. As you guys finish your short breather, Hemeth definitely eyes Casmus most of the time. You would see Turvey pull out a bottle and start drinking out of it. Seen enough bad stuff. I've had worse. Hey, what was all that inside? Didn't really get to see much of it. Was there some fish lady?
You didn't miss a whole lot. Who knows? You might catch the sequel later. But I think we should be getting on our way. Everybody's chomping at the bit to get out of here, so we should roll.
Alright. Alright, fair enough. Yeah, let's get back on the rafts. As you all kind of start to get back on. Who is going to read the map?
I mean, Casimus got the map, so I guess he's gonna be the one reading it.
Alright. Hemeth will not provide you help with that. So go ahead and give me a survival check, Casmus, to find your way with the map. Alright, with an 11. As you all start rowing or you know, paddling, whatever. You got sticks. What is that called when you use sticks to kind of poke around? And it's a little bit rowing.
Technically rowing. I don't think there's a word for it. It might be.
You start to hear that. Well, actually, you don't hear the humming after you leave the cave this time. Going down these smaller passageway tunnels. Kind of shallower water. As maybe an hour, 2 hours pass. Just going through, trying to find your way as the tunnels start twisting and turning, using the map as your guide. As best you can, Casmus. Directing from the... Is it still Casmus and Weller in the back? Rincewind and Dusk.
Yeah.
Rincewind and Dusk in the front.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Alright. A little time passes, and the going through these different winding labyrinthine like caves, seeing different colored stone, of some of it lightly illuminated. Eventually comes out into a large cavern to where the ceiling disappears from any of your views, even Rincewind's. The walls, you lose sight of them pretty rapidly as a little bit of a current kind of pulls you out into this larger stretch of water. You would see a faint bit of light. I'd say like a little bit of like a purplish light on the water. Not but like a few 100 feet away. Seems like it's moving. Not necessarily in the direction of you all. And I would say Rincewind and Dusk would note, looks to be attached to a larger vessel.
The light is attached to a vessel?
It is.
Does it appear to be pulling or pushing the vessel?
I would say it just appears to be attached to the vessel. Like the light is... Oh, like the nanny. No, it does not appear like that. It is a much larger vessel. It looks to be probably a... almost 50-foot long boat.
I'll whisper back to Hamath and say, hey, does that kind of boat or vessel look familiar to you? Do you know if that's drow or gnomish or what?
Gnomes don't go on these waters unless they want to drown. If it's not from Gracklestug, then it's probably from Mantle Dareth. But I doubt they get this far south. And the Kuotoa don't make boats like ours. I'd wager
We
that's a
gotta-
Dwergar bolt.
So, what do you think the play should be here? Let them see us or try to hide out? Because
With a 50-50. Could
Thanks,
be
buddy.
met with welcome arms, could be met with, depending on how you approach yourselves. You all do still have collars on. I think it'd probably be okay. Maybe 50-50 was too, leaning the wrong direction. Might be more like 20-80.
Okay. Anyway, while we're on these rafts,
Mm-hmm.
at some point I want to give Dawn to Dusk, or yeah, give Dawn to
That's
Dusk.
funny.
Give dawn to dusk. I would say you could have done that previously, and dusk if you wanted to attune on the raft, you could.
Okay. Dusk is feeling a bit like an armory at this point. The next opportunity that the rafts are close enough, he would ask Weller if he wanted to use the mace. It is magical.
Sure.
I mean,
Yeah, I
as
mean
an
you're
option
using
in
your
case magic weaponry is required, it's not a bad backup.
the Glave's got reach, but sometimes it can't do the damage against some of the things that are down here.
Didn't I use the rusted iron bar for something? Didn't I give that to somebody for something?
That was
I
the
don't think I have that anymore.
first weapon, I think.
Yeah, I don't think I have that anymore though. I thought we repurposed it for something.
I think it got
We
thrown
made a
out or
hook out of
something.
it for
Yeah,
something.
there you go.
Yeah,
Yeah, we made a hook out of
hook.
it.
That's right.
So I'll go ahead and delete the mace.
All right.
And I'll delete Dawnberger.
And I'll delete the rusted iron bar.
What you got,
trade
Casimus? Come on.
He's got a spider
He's
dagger.
got the spider dagger that's in the rod. And I think he forgot to add it, but I think he's the one who had the bag of holding. Putting all that in right now.
Fair enough. As you're kind of discussing plans, the boat ahead of you, like a large, smaller keel boat, seems to be drifting in your direction. You don't see oars attached to it. You would see a kind of sail on the backside of the hull, almost like it's being pushed by the current, as opposed to like they're sailing under. They're using the sails under the water as opposed to over the water. Maybe it's working by magic, but it does appear to be drifting somewhat close to your direction, not necessarily towards you guys. Are you using light of any kind?
Ooh, I'm not.
I wouldn't say so because most of us can see in the dark.
Only person is fungi.
Yeah.
Fungi. We gotta tell Fungi to keep his head down for right now,
Okay.
because I can help him see what's going on, but that's gonna be kind of a last resort
Sure.
type of thing.
I mean, this encounter could surely be dangerous, but at the same time, it has potential for us to learn exactly where we are.
Yeah. I mean, how many people do we think can be on that ship, though? And frankly, the Broder are, I think have been known to be slavers too. So, I mean,
Are you guys
50-50
attempting to
good.
hide, or are you attempting to not hide? 'Cause it is drifting towards you pretty quickly.
I think maybe we hide, and Himith and I can, if it gets close enough, maybe one of us can discern any kind of markings
Right.
or the build of it to see who we could attribute it to.
That's the
I'm
play.
down with that.
Casmus.
That works.
And then we
Probably
can
the best
say
option.
hello if we wanted to.
All right. I will need everyone to give me a stealth check. Doing your best to move silently along the waters. All right.
Damn heavy armor.
Oh, well, heavy armor doesn't, you know.
12 isn't too bad.
I
With
mean,
heavy armor.
you're just floating. I sincerely doubt it.
Yeah, so I'm
I
just
mean-
gonna use the first roll either way with that one.
Exactly.
The boat looks like it's about to turn the other direction. Or it looks like it's about to go straight, but then it kind of slowly starts to veer towards you guys as you start to drift a little closer towards it. And it does seem that you have been spotted.
You're up, Weller.
Me.
Standing at the bow of this vessel would be a single Dwergar. Seemingly no one else on board. Looks like he's manning a large ballista at the front of the vessel. Speak now or die. What are you doing on these waters? As it kind of starts to veer closer towards you guys.
We're just making our way.
I gotta move the map.
Himith, anything you want to say?
I don't know. Are we come allies of the he thinks for himself for a moment. The Merchant Council. All right. What are you doing on those rafts? No merchants on the rafts. Where are you headed? Emmett kind of looks to you guys. I am not a good talker. I should let you know this.
Grackle Stug, we wish to trade.
Do you have goods to trade?
We wouldn't be very good traders if we didn't.
Explain the nature of your goods.
Are you interested in trading?
I could be. Long pause. Well, answer.
well. We have I have an acid vial. I have this potion here that appears to let me breathe fire.
You are alchemists. Strange lot you all.
We also have
Weapons.
weapons and information.
Just heading to Gracklestug myself. Perhaps you'd like to, be better fared on the boat instead of those flimsy rafts.
If you're offering, could probably make a deal for passage.
Of course, a deal for passage. What is this worth to you?
What do you want?
That wasn't the question. What is this worth to you?
It all depends. We got a lot of stuff. It all depends what you want.
You
For a
flip-flamber about. Tell me, what is safe passage worth to you? Kind of stares out. The boat seems to have stopped.
Yeah.
Whisper to
It ain't worth-
Rincewind, surely we could part with some of these potions.
We can part with some of these potions, but I don't think that's what he's looking for.
There does only appear to be one on that boat.
There does, but there's a lot of open water between us. Let's see.
My patience wears thin, friends. If you are to be friends.
Switch places with me, Rincewind, in case something stupid happens.
Okay.
You can't well examine what we have from here, can you?
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh, that's not my thing.
Oh, you're talking?
Sure it is.
Right.
Sure
I
it is.
mean,
Been there.
Come on.
I can see you perfectly fine from here. Tell me. This is a short question. I request a short answer. What is safe passage worth to you?
Your pick of what we have. And we'll trade the rest once we get to Gracklestug. Allow us on the ship, we'll lay out our wares, you pick what you'd like, give us safe passage. We continue on this journey as friends.
Give me a persuasion at advantage. That sounds amenable. More amenable. We can do this. Come, lay out your wares.
all right, we will slowly paddle over, keeping an eye on his ballista.
He leaves it to kind of meet you at the side of his boat.
I could just throw him over the edge.
Permission to come aboard?
A drow. Whatever you two are. A curious mix indeed. But sure. That was the deal. Come aboard, show me your wares.
10 squares if you have coin.
I'll move so others can get on board.
He will
Grin
definitely.
at
He'll
him
definitely
with
make
very
make.
awkward.
Yeah, he'll definitely make sure that he cannot be flanked. So if you try to get behind him, he will kind of stop you.
That's fine.
So, what do you have?
Weller will lay out the shield that he picked up 20 sessions ago, probably.
And Dusk will put out that onyx ring and that necklace of assorted stones that we picked up a while back as well.
Yeah, I guess was with the spider dagger.
Rincewind will put out the potion of dragon breath and the acid vial and
Who picked up the?
I mean, and then like lay out all the weapons I've got. Like, take your pick.
Damn it, I should have held on to that rusted
Yeah,
bar.
and Dusk will put his spear down as well.
Interesting. What an assortment. Yes, I will take them.
Yeah, I think he's got a deal here. Okay, I've taken that out off those two things off my sheet.
This sounds most amenable. I will take them all, and I'll give you a safe passage.
I don't recall that being the terms of the agreement exactly.
You said I could have my pick. I pick them. No?
All yours. I mean,
Did Rincewind put down all of his weapons?
I'm sure you didn't
Yep.
put down Dawn. Did you put down Dawn?
no, I gave
Well,
Dawn
I-
to.
Dusk has
That's
got Dawn.
right. Dusk has Dawn.
That's
That's confusing.
From dusk to dawn.
He'll start collecting them. All the things that you laid out on the ground. Yes, this will do nicely. And he kind of looks to him as, do I recognize you? No, I've been away for some time. Just want to go home. I told them I would help them out, and here we have helped them out. I see. Well, this is fortuitous that we have run into each other. I thank you for your contribution.
Do you have a name?
I am Elcor. He just starts like putting all the things in his pockets and like, this is a fascinating dagger. You betrayed your people there, spider lover.
I would just stare at him.
I can see this will be a long ride.
It better fucking not be.
Keep talking like that, it might be shorter for some.
I
I'd
meant
suggest we get going.
with the attitudes.
Yeah, yours too. Turn around, start fucking sailing. Let's go.
Give me an intimidation check.
Dusk just deeply sighs.
He makes a little, like, click noise with his mouth. Rincewind, you would feel something sharp at your back. I suggest you hold your tongue there, Mr. Elf, whatever the fuck you are.
I suggest you keep up your end of the fucking bargain. You said safe passage, Dick. Let's go.
I'm telling us how many of you there are here.
As Rincewind, as you say that,
Oh, here we go.
double check.
Steven's like, do they like being called dicks? Where is that in my notes? Nope, they don't appreciate that.
Does a 14 hit you, Rincewind?
No.
As rolled very horribly. A Dwergar turns visible right behind you, slamming. You kind of feel the wind behind you as a pick slams down into the wood behind you. And we're going to roll initiative.
Here we go. All right.
Hey, hey, I changed my color to pink.
Did it work?
Yeah, I got a 14 on my initiative. I've been rolling like 3s and 5s every time.
And with that, before we get into it, as seemingly the Tude will be fought over. We'll take our little 5-10 minute break here, a little early, but before we get into the thick of this, or what's about to come. So stay tuned. Oh, we're gonna. Patchworks is giving Weller for having the pink dice.
Yeah.
The 1 buff, so you will get +1 to every single roll. We'll give it to even for this initiative. Why not? So for every dice roll that you make, you get +1 to it for the next, and pretty much the entirety of whatever this combat's going to be.
Thank you, Patchworks.
Thank you, Patchworks, and
For the buff and the pink dye suggestion.
and we are going to take our little 5-10 minute break, so stay tuned, folks. We'll be back here in a few. So we'll see you in a minute, about 10:30 or whatever time you guys are, 30 after, you know. All right, we'll see y'all in a bit. Alrighty, folks. We are back into it, so welcome back to our Out of the Abyss. And last we left off, our troop was making their way through the Dark Lake on their rafts, coming across a Dwergar boat with a lone Dwergar atop it, talking about giving you all safe passage in exchange for several items that you guys just laid out. Giving a little bit of an attitude, kind of in return to his attitude, but seemed a little more sure of himself. As Rincewind it gave him a little too much guff, and behind him a Dwergar appeared as it slammed down into the side of the boat there with a large war pick. And we're rolling initiative as, well, you guessed it. It's combat. We're doing combat, guys. Surprise. And, well, with the top of the round, let's do, you guys want Darkling, Malicious, or Unrelenting? No options.
Let's just go unrelenting.
Are these like
This
flavors?
feels unrelenting.
Yeah, flavors. Fair enough. As right between Weller and Dusk, a Dwergar grows huge as it appears in the space right there. Right next to Turvy, a Dwergar is going to just slam into Turvy. Getting a 20 to hit.
Oh.
Turvy takes 8 points of piercing damage. At the same time, Rincewind behind you, that guy is going to make an attack. Actually, he kind of started this off, so that would probably be his initiative there. Using the Baldur's Gate 3 rules. So that is his turn. Unless it's a bonus action to do that. I don't think it is for them. Nah, not these guys. Him, it's special. But as these Dwergar grow big, another one appears beside Turvy. Not big, but stabbing into him with a war pick. That will take us to Weller, who does have the one buff. You get +1 to everything right now. Thanks to Patchworks.
Yeah. I'll try not to put it to terrible use. Let's see. I'm gonna go for the big guy with the glaive, and if it lands, I'm gonna try for a trip attack.
All right.
Make sure I got, yep, normal is selected back.
With a 12, that is gonna miss as it
It's a
hits
13, sir.
the 13. 13 is gonna miss as it slams into his shield.
Yeah, because I wouldn't be able to do a trip attack. Because I can only expend one superiority die. Oh, look at my little +1 I have now. Thank you.
Yes. Anything else for Weller?
I'll save my action surge at this point.
All right. That will take us to the guy you've been talking to the whole time. He is going to throw a vial of acid at Rincewind.
Where'd you get that from?
He actually already had one, but now he has two. He is going to do it at disadvantage. Getting a natural 1. I'm going to say kind of the boat kind of rocks for a minute, and he just goes to throw the vial of Az, pulls out this kind of greenish liquid. As he goes to throw it, it just gets knocked overboard and plummets into the water. Oh, shit. That's gonna end his turn, taking us to Rincewind.
I guess I'm going to man. I'm going to step over here and shoot him with the ballista.
All right.
That's
The ballista is loaded. Roll me a d20 plus your dexterity. As you step away from him, he will take an attack opportunity against you.
Great.
He got a 12 to hit you.
That's a miss.
And you got a 13 plus your dex. What is your dex?
17, I think.
Plus
let's
3.
see.
16 will hit him. Roll me 3d10.
Fuck. Yes.
As you launch the ballista at him for 10 points of damage. As it launches into his... kind of just goes through his... I don't know, what's a point where a ballista bolt could go through you and it wouldn't kill you. It nicks his
There isn't
shoulder.
one.
Yeah, we'll say it nicks his shoulder, cuts half of his beard off.
Oh, god damn it. Alright, yeah. I should have made that a force bolt. Anyway, then I am going to... Yeah. I'm gonna cast Zephyr Strike. I should have done that earlier. But I'll do it now, I guess. It
Alright.
didn't matter because he didn't hit me. Oh, sorry. That was not the thing I wanted.
You're good,
to hit.
you're good.
What is going on? Anyway, I was trying to
change
change
the colors
colors.
up.
He was trying to show you the spell.
There you go.
Alright, as you imbue yourself with Zephyr energy.
Okay, and
Anything
then
else?
yep, I'm gonna keep on moving all the way to here.
Alright. You would
And-
stop there as you run into something at the top of the steps.
God.
Okay. Yeah, end my turn.
There's two hulking forms standing there.
Yeah, go for
That's going to take us to surprise guest number 1, 2, 3. I don't know how many we got. Another guy who is going to also get big. On top of the boat, wielding a javelin. You'll dare defy my boat. We'll bring you back alive for sure. In shackles. As he gets big. That's all he does. Taking us to Fungi and the NPCs. Fungi, I should have had this planned out. New character, who does? Nobody's hurt, right?
Nope.
Not yet.
Or roll some hit dice for Fungi, 'cause I forgot to do that. He's good. So Fungi will... Yes, spells. Fairy Fire, where do you want him to cast it? Someone points, click and point somewhere.
The best bet is there, so it gets the most people.
I will get a lot of you guys.
Well, if he were to
Well, there's
cast
no-
it in
I
this
mean-
area, he could get these two.
Yeah,
That's
just
true.
these
Okay.
two.
I
As he
want
casts
two.
Fairy Fire in the area. Yeah, we'll get 2 of them. As they are going to make dex saves. Getting a natural 1 and a 6 as they both light up with this fairy spore light. Turvy will then turn and stab this guy in kind. A couple of times. Getting a natural 1 or 22 and a 19 to hit as he hits with both of them. Like, yeah, I'm all right. Dealing 11 points of damage. And Hemeth will... No size for him to get big. Hemeth turns invisible.
Of course.
Oh no. Which will then take us to Dusk. Dusk, what are you doing? You would hear the pitter-patter of footsteps on the deck as Emmett moves somewhere.
Hmm. Well, I suppose I will ignite Dawn.
Alright.
Well, this is lighting up everywhere. And I will strike out at the big guy right next to me.
Alright. As you get a feeling of warmth. Oh, also changing up the dice color. I like that color. 10 is going to be a miss, though, unfortunately.
I have not rolled anything above a 3 yet. As a bonus action, I'll make an unarmed strike.
Alright. 13 will be a miss.
And then
As he just kind of lifts up his foot really big where you're hitting and just kind of, I don't know, you hit his shin guard.
Dusk will move to right here.
Alright. He will take an attack of opportunity against you? Oh no, you're mobile.
Mobile feet,
Yeah. I know this.
It's all good. This is all confusing. And that will be it.
Alright. That will take us to Casmus.
Just gonna back up. I can. I'm gonna try to cast Old Person on the big one.
Alright. Big wisdom save.
Yep.
He got a big old 13. As even his Dwergar resilience doesn't stop him as you see him hold still.
And can I? No, can't move. So Casmus is gonna go right beside Dusk to get away from most of them, and that'll be it.
You can't move there.
Hmm?
There's someone there.
Surprise guest number 6. Oh no, that was Hemoth the
That
window.
was him.
Yeah.
He tried to make his footsteps sound like he wasn't standing there. He's just standing there.
And that will be right there.
Alright. That'll take us to surprise guest number 4 and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. Yeah.
On this boat.
As 2 much heavily armored and short sword wielding Dwergar appear here. They will both stab out with their king's knife towards Rincewind.
Those are Dwergar too? Why do they look
couple
like they're in,
of
like a
women.
metal band?
Getting a natural 20 and an 11. I'll show you some pictures of some Dwergar. Why not? Here's this Dwergar. Here's what these two look like. And the other guy. Do I have a handout for him? No, you don't get to see what that guy looks like. Just use your imagination.
They're just a Viking metal band.
Yeah.
All right.
You would hear a shit come from Himith as he sees these two. At which point, they will stabbing out towards Rincewind, getting a 26 and an 11 to hit.
Yeah, the 11 misses.
As you take 12 points of piercing damage. As one of them stabs into you. Oh, where do you think you're going? We'll take us to the top of the round. This Dwergar, covered in light, will use its war pick against Turvy. Getting a 19 to hit. Turvy takes 10 points of piercing damage. Big boy here is paralyzed, and little boy here is going to get big. Taking us to Weller.
What's the symbol on me?
That's the one buff.
Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure nothing had happened that I'd
As
missed.
you get +1 to everything.
+1. And you've already got that checked and turned on for me. Big guy is paralyzed. Is that advantage?
It is advantage, and it's automatic crit.
Oh, shit. Well, I'm going to go ahead and do that. And
That will definitely hit.
And this one, I'm going to... Well, shot me. I might as well try to knock him down as well.
Yep. It's an automatic crit, so roll damage twice. And... Or, well, roll an extra d10 for damage, plus... if you're rolling superiority die, roll that twice as well.
Alright, so I'll do that. Oh. There we go. Just click on the wrong thing.
13.
And then roll damage and a d10.
Roll damage and a d10 with your glaive. Dang. For 13, 27, 34 points of damage. As you go to trip him, and as he starts, like, kind of falling down, you end up actually cutting his legs clean off. As he falls
trips him.
down and cracks his head onto the side of the boat as his body tumbles into the water. You just hear, "Ugh," but louder.
So I get that superiority die back, right? Because I didn't trip him. I just cut his legs off.
No, you use it. You use it. Oh, +1 to that as well.
Thank you.
Yes. Anything else for Weller?
Let me take a look at the battlefield. Let me I'll go ahead and take a swing at that guy.
Alright. With your action surge?
With my action surge.
Alright. Let's see it. That will also be a hit. You deal 6 points of damage. I forgot to give you +1 to that too.
But I can re-roll, right?
If
One or
you
two?
have, if you rolled a 1 or
do.
2, yeah.
So just click it again.
Click it again. Click some damage again.
Hey!
For
I can re-roll
seven-
it again, right? Because I
No.
rolled a 2.
No, just the one reroll. For 7 points of damage instead of 6. You cut across him as he's reaching into his pouch. Anything else for Weller?
That'll be it. I'll hold my ground right now.
He's going to throw a vial of acid on the ground right here. I want Weller, Casmus, and Fungi to make a dexterity save.
What kind of a sailor throws acid at the deck of his own ship?
Kind that doesn't want to die.
Fair. That's fair.
All right.
I'm probably gonna keel haul him just for that.
Maybe. Where'd Fungi go? Fungi's got to make a dex save. You all fail. So you all take 4 points of acid damage. Oh, Hemeth does too. Hemeth also takes 4. You'll die here. Taking us to Rincewind.
Well, I guess I am going to... One down. There's one. I am going to roll over here. And
He will take an attack opportunity at you with a...
I still have Zephyr Strike on.
You still have Zephyr Strike. Jeez, he tries to make an attack of opportunity against you.
Oh, you know what? I do have to make a Constitution saving throw because that one hit me.
That is true.
Right? So let's do that.
They did a bunch of damage too. 12, so DC's 10.
Yeah. All right. So I don't have it. Never mind.
So would you would you back away from them?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the dodge action.
Okay.
And yeah, end my turn.
Well, it'll take us to the big guy down here as he's going to throw a javelin at... Well, you seem to be doing a bunch of damage. He's going to throw a javelin at you. A big javelin. Getting a 22 to hit Weller. Weller, you taking 9 points of piercing damage? As this javelin just kind of stabs into your shoulder before it gets small again and just kind of falls out of the hole it made.
Gross.
And that'll take us to Fungi and the NPCs. You would hear pitter-patter of movement as Hemeth would shortly appear right there, stabbing into this guy with a psychic blade. Not enlarged. Just barely nicks him. Rolled horrible damage. Snake Eyes. Turvey would stab at this guy at advantage with both of his attacks. Getting a 12 and a nat 20. He deals a little bit of damage to that guy. And Fungi would look around and try to figure out if anyone's hurt. And then he'll... See what spells he's got. Make sure he's got... Oh, he's just got Healing Word. So he'll Healing Word... Wait, no. Nah. He'll do his Shillelagh and get his Halo Spores going. It's an action. Yep. And that will end his turn. Taking us to dusk. as spores start to spill out from fungi.
Hold my breath. Run over here. And take a swing at this guy.
All right. Ten's gonna be a miss, as you're not used to wielding a weapon with no actual blade.
I'll bonus action unarmed strike.
$19 will hit him. He deals 6 points of bludgeoning damage to him as you just kind of hit him like, oh, it's right groin level if you want. I don't know. Not wearing a cod piece.
We'll throw in a hand of harm.
All right.
I gotta do something.
You know, a little extra necrotic damage as, yeah, you would see this black energy just kind of like, it hurt him. He's not looking good as he like kind of goes and puts his hand back on the front of the ship to try and like hold his balance.
And pop back to where I was. That's it.
All right, that will take us to Casmus.
I'm such a child that when all that was going on, the
We're gonna
only thing that was going
do
through my mind was,
shatter.
"Twist his dick."
We're gonna do shatter right there, so that I can get this big one and these two, and not get a
Okay.
Rincewind.
They all have to make con saves. Let me make sure I'm getting the right one. Yeah, they're all the same.
Let me roll the damage. Where the hell is it? Shatter.
Dang. That is, what is that? Is that near max damage almost?
I think
6, 7, 8.
Yeah.
Oh,
almost full damage.
nice. Man.
For 21 points of damage, as only one of them made that save.
Those that didn't take half.
Right.
Sorry, those that did make the same thing half.
Right, correct, Mundo. But it also makes a large cracking noise onto the boat as the light at the end of the boat shatters. And you hear this crunching of wood. Anything else for Casmus? The loud explosion echoes throughout this entire, like, over the water.
He's gonna move just right there, and it'll be it.
Like there. Alright, that will take us to these two that are going to attack at disadvantage, but advantage, because they kind of make this phalanx formation. They actually had advantage on dex saves, not con saves. So, okay. They will both stab out at Rincewind. No longer at advantage. Getting a 24 and an 8 to hit.
The 24 hits.
As you take 8 points of piercing damage. At which point... I'll take us to the Dwergar. This guy will run up. He's going to take Symbiotic Entity, possibly. He does. Ooh, for 3 points of damage as the spores just start clinging to this guy. He lunges forward. He's going to try to push Casmus into the water. Casmus, I need an athletics or acrobatics check.
Nope. 17.
He got a
I was
20.
close.
As Casmus goes flying into the water. Well, it's splash. Get off
You
the
have
boat. The other guy likes that idea. He's gonna try to throw Turvey off the boat. Actually, yeah, he's gonna try and throw Turvey off the boat. Someone roll a d20 for Turvey for me. I don't like rolling dice against myself. All right, that is enough. As Turvey kind of dodges out of the way as this guy just tries to use his war pick to push Turvey off, but he's not quite as big as the other guy. That'll take us to Weller.
Which one was the one that Dusk attacked? Was it the big guy?
Yeah, that guy's looking messed up. And then he kind of stumbled into the spores, and he's looking messed up.
I will switch my attack to that gentleman.
All right.
Normal with +1. Okay.
Nat 1 is going to be a miss.
Oh, man.
Nat 1 is always a miss.
Yeah. What am I at? I'll second wind. And that is D10.
All right. Give yourself a little
Just
buff there.
Hopefully a little cushion. So is that a +1 to that as well?
Yeah, it is a +1 to that as well. +1 to every single roll that you roll.
Nice. Thank you again, Patchworks. Appreciate that.
Anything else for Weller? Staying put?
Yeah. I got enough targets.
All right. That will take us to the merchant? I don't know. You guys don't really know. But he is going to stab out towards Himith. You would make a fine slave. As he pulls out a war pick and just swings wildly as Hemeth dodges out of the way quite easily, taking us to Rincewind.
Okay. I am going to fire. Damn it. Nope. I'm gonna take the dodge action again.
Okay.
Keep these two occupied for a little while.
Fair enough.
And then I'm gonna say, you're the ones that broke the deal. And end my turn.
All right. That will take us to this guy in the back of the boat. There is never going to be a deal. Not with... That's all he says, just not with, as he pulls a javelin out and throws it at Rincewind. Getting a 17 to hit.
That's a miss.
As that will take us to Fungi and Turvey and Hemeth. Hemeth will keep attacking this guy. Keep that simple. And Turvey will keep attacking the guy in front of him. Hemeth hits that dude for 10 points of force damage as the guy that was lobbing vials of acid is looking rough. And Turvey's going to stab at that guy. At advantage still. Hitting with both of them. Dealing just enough damage to end him as Turvey slices him through, and then Turvey will take a step back as Fun Guy will walk forward. Oh, don't worry, friend. As he says to Weller as he walks by him. Actually, no, there's that guy still there. He's gonna whack at that guy. Yeah, I forget. Yep. And he doesn't have it on here. I'm gonna roll a d20, just make it easy for me. He does hit him. As he whacks him for not a lot of damage. Well, still 7. Just kind of whacks him as these spores start to fill into this guy's stomach as he falls over, deaded. Which will then take us to dusk.
All right. Dusk will move around and move right here. Take this one at a time, and he will attack out at this guy.
$11 is going to be a miss.
Bonus action, unarmed strike.
All right. 16 will hit. For 6 points of bludgeoning damage. As he looks like he's reaching in his pocket for another vial, you just kind of bop him on the back of the head as he goes unconscious or dead. You crack his neck.
And move back here. That's it.
All right. That will take us to Casmus in the water.
Yeah, since he's still got a sight of this guy, he's gonna throw an Eldritch Blast at the big one up there with advantage.
All right. It will be with disadvantage. So it'd be a straight roll. Because you're in the water.
Oh.
14 is going to be a miss. As it goes wide.
It just tipped off the 15. Like
So
it's teasing us.
15. So he's gonna swim just at the edge of the boat, and that'll be it.
As you swim away, you're not alone in the water. As 2 creatures from underneath you, large manta ray-like creatures, bite out at you. Actually, it's the barb tail. +2 to both of those.
Oh,
Only-
come on, man. Don't Steve Irwin them.
It's too soon, man. They're better with their tail than they are with their bite. Getting only a 6 and an 8 to hit.
They both miss.
Anything else for Casmus?
Nope, that'll be it.
All right, that will take us to these 2 phalanx folks. I think one of them will kind of get big and just stand on the ledge there, while the other one tries to stab at Rincewind. Getting a 25 to hit, or well, no, yeah, 25
With
to hit, just straight,
disadvantage.
and with advantage, so it's just a straight roll. Because they have phalanx formation stuff.
That hits.
As you take 7 points of piercing damage. All of the regular Dwerg are dead, taking us to Weller.
Hey, how's it going, folks? What is what does my movement look like? Where can I get? Can I get up to this big guy up here? See if it's gonna let me squeeze by him.
Yeah, he'll let you squeeze by him.
All right, sweet. I got plenty of movement to get up here then. And what am I gonna do, folks? You guessed it. I'm gonna take a swing at the big guy.
All right. Just been launching javelins the whole time.
One of which hit me, and I'm pretty upset about it.
That's fair.
Before I do this, I have a question with my
Yes.
being a drow. Do I have a knowledge of like any certain drow house that might carry a little bit of weight with the Dwergar? If I were to drop like what's her name? Asha Vandree.
Asha Vandree is one. But that's there's also I mean there's definitely some names.
I would want to say something to this guy kind of before I swing on him. Would want to pick a name that's impactful. And as far as Weller's concerned, he's still in good standing with the drow.
I mean there's House Bainra. That's a very powerful house in Menzo.
Bainra?
But do you remember?
I would say that
could
wouldn't be a pleasant memory to know that
Yeah,
name.
that wouldn't be a pleasant, yeah.
I think that's how you spell it.
Bainra? Okay. So before I take a swing, I would just, with my, 6 seconds of speech,
Yeah.
say, wait until House Bainer hears about this. Betrayal. There we go.
All right.
And I will take a swing at him.
Take that swing. Nat 20.
Oh my god.
Wait until
Dude.
the house hears about this.
Yeah.
Stex is good and everything.
See that 2-0 pop up, man. That's a
Yeah.
whole other feeling right there. All right, let's roll some damage.
For
Did you have a sorry.
plus 1. So for 13 points of damage as you cleave into him. Just what are you doing? Gutting him?
I mean, if this is like a death strike, I want
It
to
is.
cut the guy's fucking head off.
Okay, yeah. You reach up, cutting into the back of his side of his neck, cutting through his, making sure the beard is still there, so he's recognizable as you.
As a lover of facial hair, yeah.
Yeah.
With my mustache, I don't want to disrespect the facial
His
hair.
head goes smaller before the rest of his body slumps to the ground. As his body does eventually get small, but his head is smaller first.
Can I like kind of kick it over towards the two women?
Sure. Give me
I'll
give
do
me an
that.
intimidation check. Why not? All right.
13.
They don't seem impressed. But they did fail. Anything else for Weller?
That'll be it.
That'll take us to Rincewind.
I'm going to again take the dodge action, but I'm going to say I sure hope you can swim, Otherwise, you know, give up, and I'm gonna end my turn.
Give me a persuasion check.
Man, I gotta stop doing charisma checks. Yep. Every time I open my mouth, Dusk, you're supposed to slap me upside the back of the head from now on. Persuasion.
It just heals you every time.
Where?
There's a non-healing option.
All right, yep, for 8. Fair enough.
And, yeah,
All right. Still taking the dodge action.
yep.
That'll take us to Hemeth. He's gonna run around and get up to this lady. Stabby McStab. Can Fungi get there? No. But Turvy can. As they both attack this lady. Turvy just follows suit with Hemeth. They're actually going to switch places. Turvy doesn't want to seem like a target. But Hemeth will come in. No, the Stone Guard shouldn't live out here. And he'll attack with his Soul Blade. Getting an 18. Which does hit. He had advantage, he would have done nat 20, dealing 13 points of force damage. As Turvy be like, yeah, whatever he said. Bone Guard. Stabbing out. Hitting with 1. Actually, missing with both. I was wrong. And Fungi can't quite get there, because that's second story. Look around. Hey, buddy. Get better? As he talks to Rincewind, he's casting Healing Word.
All right.
As you get 6 points of healing, Rincewind. Taking us to
helps.
Dusk.
And Dusk attack from here since he has a climb speed.
I would say because you can climb, absolutely, why not? I like that kind of like reaching up to the top deck and pulling yourself up and
He'll scamper up it and wing. He's kind of making a face at Dawnbringer like, does this thing even work?
she hasn't spoken to you yet. 14 is a miss.
Oh my god. You really got to spend some time talking to her.
She's an emotional sword.
It's bonus action. I'll do a unarmed strike.
All right. It's also gonna be a miss. Like kind of being on this ledge makes it. It's a tough position.
Move back down. That's it.
All right, that will take us to Casmus.
If he was to climb back on the boat, it'd just be half of movement.
It will be half of your movement to climb back up.
He's gonna climb back up,
All right.
and he's gonna do an Eldritch Blast on the one that is big.
Okay. 25 will hit. She will take 11 points of force damage. Kind of just this yours is purplish colored force, right?
Blue and silverish blue with a bit of red.
That's right. Malakar's was kind of purplish. This just kind of envelops her space for this brief moment. It was a very forceful blast and the first real damage that she's taken. Anything else for Casmus? All right,
Yep.
We'll take us to the ladies' turns. This lady will. They're both going to stab out towards Hemeth. Actually, this one will stab out towards Weller. The small one. Getting a 23 to hit.
Yeah.
As you take 6 points of damage. The other one, the big one, stabs out towards Hemeth. Getting a 19 to hit. As they both turn their attentions from Rincewind over to their new assailants. As Hemeth will take 10 points of damage. As he gets kind of stabbed, like cut across the arm. Taking us to Weller. They say, we'll never give up. You'll rue the day.
Let me get back on my sheet. And Weller is going to attack right back at that lady.
All right. $18 just hits.
Okay.
Is that plus one?
I'll take that because
Yeah.
it's an 11 on my die roll. Let's go ahead and do a.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Let's do it. Why not? I'm upset at her. So I'm going to do tripping attack
Okay.
and the damage. Don't tell me I cut her legs off too.
You tell me.
Do I cut her legs off? I really got to save these superiority die if I'm just going to go around cutting legs off, talking to people who I immediately
roll me
behead.
you gotta roll a d8 for the damage of your superiority die.
Oh, that's right. 1d8.
And plus 1. So for 19 points of damage. Yeah, you go to try to trip her, and she does trip, as you can just easily cut into her after that, kind of losing her formation there.
I would just kind of scoff and be like, don't even know my own power tonight.
Strong. Anything else for Weller?
Nothing else that I can do.
Alright, that'll take us to Rincewind.
I'm going to say, oh wait, where is he in the turn order? Are the NPCs represented by
Fungi.
fungi?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to turn to Hamath and Topsy and say, help me
Turvy.
shove her in, or Turvy, and say, help me shove her in, and then I will hold my turn until all three of us can go at the same time and give her a big shove.
Okay. You're gonna roll the athletics check though, so give me an advantage athletics check.
Oh boy. Again. I gotta stop doing things I'm lousy at.
Ooh. Oh. She big. She got a 23.
Oh.
She's strong.
She's strong. As she holds firm, you guys are trying to shove her off. Fungi will give another healing word for... Oof. I'm gonna roll for it to see who he helps. He's gonna send it to Hemeth. Because he doesn't know who looks the worst right now. Heals Hemeth for 9. Taking us to Dusk.
I hit her from this position.
Yeah, I'd say she's big enough. Why not?
Come on, Dusk.
I'm gonna do an unarmed strike.
Oh. Oh. The shade. That's gonna be a miss.
I'll
Ch-
spend a key point, a bonus action, flurry of blows.
Alright. Change the color of dice.
Yeah, I think so.
Throw that blue away. It's a neon yellow.
The benefit of that, maybe yellow's gonna help with dusk for
Yeah.
dawn.
That is gonna be a miss as well. The 20 will be a hit. She'll take 8 points of bludgeoning damage. And she's kind of holding back everyone, like shield forward as they're all trying to push her off the side. And you're just trying to pelt her, but hard to get through with everybody kind of crowding her like that. She's still up.
Yeah.
And we'll take us to Casmus.
Casmus is gonna use Thaumaturgy to make his eyes glow red and then tell her, "Stand down. We kill all of your friends." Trying to intimidate her.
Yeah, give me intimidation.
It's all the ones we could see. There might be another 12. Who knows?
Of course. 10.
She doesn't even notice.
Our charisma checks tonight.
Yep. Anything else for Casmus?
No, that'll be it. Thaumaturgy with his action.
That will take us to her turn. Kind of like not even looking where she's stabbing, takes a stab outward as her shield is up towards Rincewind. With her big old stabby. Getting a 12 to hit.
That's a miss.
And she's just stabbing out, not, like I said, not seeing where she's going, just stabbing out. You kind of just step to the side, a little sidestep action. We'll never surrender. I'm taking that to Weller.
I could stand on her friend's dead body, right?
You can reach her from there with your glaive.
From there? Okay.
Because it's got reach.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of it.
Yeah, but I thought it. How far is the reach?
And
10 feet.
Oh, okay.
yeah, you can slash overhead of Turby there.
I actually will move up though, just to try to take some heat off of Rincewind.
Sure.
And
Glave glove.
how does she look?
She looks hurt. She's messed up.
Can I do an attack with the intention of not killing her?
Absolutely.
All right. So do I just go ahead
Non-lethal
and just
attacks
roll
are
regular?
yeah. You attack like
Okay.
normal with +1 to hit.
Amazing.
It's just yeah. Your glaive wants to kill people.
Stop using my dice.
Yeah, shit. There's no way. Superiority die is not going to get me there.
No, it won't.
Yeah. Okay. I've already action searched. I don't have anything else to do.
All right. Trying to use the blunt end, taking us to Rincewind.
I'm casting sleep.
Okay.
On yourself? You're just tapping
No,
out? Taking a
on
nap?
her, like just so I can
Yeah.
just catch her in that square.
All right. Roll me some dice.
Jeez, that's a lot of die.
What does it look like as you cast sleep?
Like, I don't know if it ends up breaking her concentration on the enlarge reduce,
Absolutely
but
will.
her eyes will just roll back into her head, so we just see the whites, and she just kind of like, bows backward as her knees buckle and crumbles to the ground, and I'm like, good night.
She looks like she's about to fall into the water, but as she shrinks, she does not. As she falls unconscious on the deck there.
And then I'm just gonna kind of bend at the waist and grab my knees and be like, whew, man, I'm glad that worked. And I'll end my turn.
You've been holding on to this the entire time?
Emmett stabs
Well,
her.
you know, ah, damn it, dude.
He attempts to, but misses somehow. As he's trying to go for a big form, as she shrinks down, he goes, and it's just she's shrinking too quick as she just passes out. I was not expecting that.
Oh, missing?
No, she got small.
Oh,
He looks like we're going to kill her, right?
well,
We can hop out of
I mean-
initiative here.
Yeah, let's think about this first.
first of all, let's, she might be able to, as I'm talking to Hamath, as I'm taking the manacles out, and I have them in my inventory. I'm pretty sure still, because I didn't give those up. Those aren't weapons.
Well, your manacles
I'm
are
gonna-
on your hands.
Oh,
You just don't.
And around our
yeah,
necks.
and around your necks. You just don't have the chains on them anymore. You still have them on your
Well.
wrists.
That's
I
okay,
guess
we
we'll
can tie her
start-
up.
But with
yeah, looking for
a
this.
Dwergar prisoner, several bodies on board, and actually looks like some stuff on board. And maybe the owners of a brand new boat. That would be a good spot to end tonight. As a little early, but I believe like it's a good cliffhanger. What are you going to do with this prisoner? You do feel this slight warmth of air, kind of. Just a light breeze come across you guys. As maybe you're not as far away from Gracklestug as you had hoped. Or as you had hoped.
All of this went down on the banks of Gracklestug, and there's
Right.
just Dwergar
The city's
watching
right
us.
there watching.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Now you
That'd
gotta fight
be
this whole
bad.
city. But nah, that would be a good spot for us to end tonight, as you guys are the proud owners of a brand new boat. This baby can fit so many dead dwarfs on it. Slaps the roof of the boat. But yeah, thanks for joining us, folks, and we'll find out what color they're gonna paint the boat next time, and
Pink.
all that and more next time. But thanks for joining us, folks, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks, Twitch. Thanks, Patchworks.
Thank you. Night, folks.
Good night.